We got to talk about time. And as far as time goes, last time I checked, because with money, people talk about starting a business, or if I had some kind of seed capital, if it started out with this certain amount, then I can make that thing grow, but this is all I got right here, and it's not much. And how do you say about that? Well, those who have been responsible with small matters will be given bigger matters to deal with. But as far as time, last I checked, everybody gets 24 hours a day. So we need to look at what we're doing with that time. And tell my kids that this is the gospel according to Dad. So for us, this is gospel according to Raylan. That's just the way I look at it. It's my experience, the way I've seen it. There's 7 capital sins that the church gives us. But I stepped back and looked at that one day and I said, well, to me, if I look at all those, it seems like we got one capital sin, and it's selfishness. And I think every sin of those 7 could involve some sort of selfishness. And so if we want to move and do what we got to do, we need to step over our selfishness and invest ourselves in what it takes to get it done. Now, a common phrase we've heard saying, quote, from Donald Trump, your higher self lies outside your comfort zone. The fellow in the Power Habits says we don't have a comfort zone. He says our higher self lies outside of our familiar zone. So where do we go whenever things get tough? Whenever things get tough, we tend to go to somewhere and relax and need a break. And we go do what's familiar, what's easy. Those successful ones keep the nose to the grindstone and push through, because it's going to get tough. If you're going to accomplish anything that's worthwhile, times are going to get tough. And so we need to get out of our familiar zone. And I mentioned some things that I've accomplished. And the most significant, I believe, is working from my house, which takes a lot of discipline, but it puts me there for my family. And that particular item there took about 7 years plus to accomplish. Now, that's a long horizon, and I had to stay focused on a goal for a long period of time. How does somebody do that? And you got to look at what's something worthwhile. If somebody wants to be a priest, can they just drive on over to the chancery and say, Bishop, I'd like to be a priest? He says, you're hired. Go ahead and go over to this parish. I think it takes, how long? 8 years. So, it's something you got to stay focused on, be willing to go over the long haul. And what we can do is accomplish those significant things normally in our spare time, because I remember Kiyosaki saying, the rich people get rich in their spare time. So what we really need to look at is, how is it that we spend our spare time? And not so much to make excuses, but or use things as an excuse, but to use them as a why to, as a reason. We've got to have a reason to do something. So he would kind of flip things around. Kiyosaki would say, I think it was his rich dad would say, well, most people would say, I'd be rich except for having all these kids. He would say, I need to be rich because I have all these kids. And so it's just a different way of looking at things and how we're going to apply them to ourselves.